guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings, Tarot Reading from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. Hope you had a really good previous week. So we're focusing, week ahead, 1st to the 7th of September 2019, and we're doing the weekly check-in reading this week. So I hope that you guys really enjoy that reading, and enjoy your reading, sit back, relax, get a snack, and let's just have a look at what's coming in for the week, guys. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care. Hi guys, so this is your weekly check-in reading. These are the decks we're using this week. For your current self and theme of the week, guys, we are using the Fenestra Tarot by by Chatria. Key goal, obstacles to overcome, and anything you could be accomplishing for the week. We are using the Hidden Tarot of the Hidden Realm by Julia, Jeffrey, and Barbara Moore. Anything that you need to avoid, anything you need to embrace, and where you can find support, we use the Witch's Tarot by Deborah Blake. And for what we do now on the other reading, we don't do the 15 card reading anymore. We just focus 10 cards on your work and 10 cards on romance. For that, we use the Tarot Grand Luxe. And for your spiritual advice on this area, we use the Angel Answers by Doreen Virtue, Radley Valentine. Spiritual advice on your 20 card reading at the end, we use the Angel Answers. We use the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue and the Angel of Abundance by Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue. Okay, and also any other additional spiritual advice, we use the Answer deck. All right, sit back, guys, and enjoy. Okay, hi Virgo, so this is your reading week commencing 1st to the 7th of September. You guys are showing as being the Four of Wands. Lovely. You're showing as being in a really celebratory mood. A lot of happiness here. A lot of joy for some of you Virgos this week. Because that's what it is. When you're the Four of Wands, you're feeling a sense of security and stability. You've probably had some good news. Some of you guys might be out on the partying scene this week. And actually, Virgo, of course, it's your birthday, isn't it? So, of course, happy birthday, Virgo. It's your birthday week, isn't it? So, of course, we have the Four of Wands here. A lot of you guys celebrating birthdays between the 1st and the 7th of September. It's Virgo season, of course. So that's why you're showing as being the Four of Wands. You're out celebrating and having a good time and that type of thing. Let's have a look at the theme of the week. The Chariot, 1 year older. Because the Chariot is all about achievements. So, you know, if I were to say maybe this was the birthday, 1 year older, you know, it's the achieving the milestone card is the Chariot. Achieving, yeah, I mean, can we just call a birthday a milestone? Well, yeah, every year that we grow older is a blessing, is it not? But also it could simply just be a week for celebration for Virgos, because the Chariot is the theme. This is all about accomplishing a goal. Accomplishing something that you have strived for, something that you have worked hard for, you know. And it's not been easy when you get a Chariot, because when you get the Chariot, it says that there have been many obstacles that have been put in your way before you actually achieve that. So, I mean, some of you guys could probably be, you know, celebrating having a new car, for example. I know it's really mundane, but Chariots in tarot do mean cars as well. So, celebrating getting a new car, for example. Maybe you got a car for your birthday or something. But just in the main, because it's not everybody's birthday. It's not every Virgo's birthday. You might be a late Virgo, that type of thing. If you are Virgo, then you're kind of, is it early Virgo, mid-stage Virgo type thing? But yeah, definitely something to do with birthdays. And the Chariot, the theme of the week is going out and having a good time. Partying is the Chariot as well. It's all about hedonism and just kind of, you know, letting your hair down, that type of thing. But also the Chariot is all about accomplishing a goal. And some of you guys might be celebrating this week because you've accomplished a goal. Besides it being the age thing, other stuff as well. It could be the job, it could be this, it could be that, it could be anything. But this is the accomplishment of a goal. What is your goal for this week? It is the moon. I think that your goal is, because when you get the achievement of the Chariot and you get the moon, you're achieving a vision. That's what those two cards together mean. You're achieving a vision, the moon. I think that number one, your goal is to follow your inner guidance, because that's what moons mean. If you get them in a positive position, which is the positive one here with the moon, with the goal position, the moon is all about paying attention to what our gut feeling is telling us. It's about paying attention to your intuition. It's also about kind of allowing ourselves to see something a little bit more clearer than we did before. All right, it's also about paying heed to what our visions are. So for some of you guys, your goal might be to pay heed to your visions. It might be to allow your intuition to guide you this week. And I think that might be it more mainly with the moon. I think that your goal is to allow your intuition to guide you this week with the moon energy. What is the obstacle standing in your way? There's a Queen of Cups reverse. Why is she showing? What does she want? Okay. The Queen of Cups, I mean, this could definitely be an individual showing here. Definitely. But the problem with the Queen of Cups, she allows her emotions to stand in the way. You need clarity with the Moon or the High Priestess. They're both cards that indicate allowing ourselves to tap into our intuition. So your goal is to tap into your intuition this week, to become more wiser, to learn something a little bit more with the Moon energy showing here. But it's either a person that's standing in the way, and if she's a person, then she's a pretty kind of selfish, very needy, very me, a very drama queenish individual. This is not the sharing, caring Queen of Cups that we know. This person is emotionally draining as an individual. So you might be dealing, and you can see the cup is upside down. That's an emotionally draining individual. So it's either maybe you're dealing with someone like this, or maybe this is your own energy, Virgo, that you are allowing your emotions to overwhelm you. So much so that you cannot see clearly, because your goal is to allow your intuition to guide you. It's allowing the moon to guide the way. So you're just saying, I'm just going to allow my intuition to guide me now on this next stage of my life, or on this new journey, whatever it is. But my fears, my emotions, my overwhelming sense of fear or anxiety or depression, it seems to be standing in the way of that. So this could indeed, in fact, be your energy as well, Virgo. What could you be achieving by the end of the week? The Emperor, which is lovely. I certainly feel that this might be your energy here, because you need the Emperor with this lady here. You need this person here, this energy of the Emperor, to bring this Queen of Cups back into alignment, back into line, because he's structured and he sees everything in terms of a very precise, an extraordinarily kind of cut and dried way. So he cuts through the bullshit of the Queen of Cups reverse. And it's not to say that it's bad being a Queen of Cups reverse. Sometimes we do allow our fears and our depressions and our hurts to overwhelm us. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we are emotionally draining to others, and we're emotionally draining to ourselves. Sometimes we cry, and we don't even know what we're crying about. That's your Queen of Cups energy in the reverse. Sometimes she's very similar to the Queen of Swords reverse. They can allow past hurts or difficulties or fears or worries to overwhelm them. But the accomplishment is kind of putting that all into some form of, or making sense of that with the Emperor energy. So what you could be achieving by the end of the week, indeed if this energy is yours, Virgo, is you're starting to make sense of everything by the end of the week. And you're starting finally to be able to structure everything and to get some form of concise meaning out of it. Because your goal is to allow your intuition to guide you. You're not going to try. It almost feels like to me you're saying to yourself, you know what? I've been trying to control everything for far too long. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to trust my intuition, and I'm going to allow my intuition to guide me. But my only obstacle is, as Virgo, that I often allow my emotions to get in the way. I often allow my depression or my sadness to overwhelm me with that Queen of Cups in the reverse showing here. And it might be that you say, well, by the end of the week, I'm hoping that I can kind of straighten things out and get things into order. Where there is no clarity, I want to try and define some order with the Emperor energy showing here, and some wisdom. So it might be by the end of the week, finally you're able to establish some form of order on this energy of the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and possibly just tap into your own wisdom here, into your more mature kind of like, oh, okay, that, you know, that makes sense. Okay, I don't know what this was all about with me. I don't know why I was going to that place of the Queen of Cups in the reverse, into that fearful, dark, depressing place, when in fact all I need to do is just sit down, write down lists, and make sense of everything here. So you do need to put some work in here, I think, Virgo. You can't just allow your intuition to guide you because you're afraid to let it guide you. Some of you guys are, I think, with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. I think if this is a person that's in your way, that stands in the way of you allowing your intuition to guide you with the moon energy here, or if you have a vision that you want to accomplish, if there's someone here who's kind of very negative and doubtful and puts their negative energy onto you, well, what you could be accomplishing by the end of the week is the ability to just put boundaries up around this individual here. What is it you need to avoid? The Four of, oh my God, you've got the Four of Wands again. And yet you're the Four of Wands. Look, it's the same card. You need to avoid the Four of Wands. Well, I certainly feel that there are certain family members maybe that you need to avoid. And maybe this is the Queen of Cups reversed. Because the Four of Wands is, you can't avoid happiness. And nobody should ever tell you to do that. And I certainly wouldn't call the Four of Wands being the card of overindulgence. That's your Three of Cups energy or the Nine of Cups energy or the Devil for me. The Four of Wands is about happiness, just feeling happiness with groups. This is your family. Maybe you need to avoid certain members of the family, maybe. Maybe one of these is the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Somebody who hinders your vision or doubts your vision. One in which you, by the end of the week, you could be putting some boundaries up against. So that might be it. Let's have a look at what you need to embrace. The Knight of Cups. You need to embrace it. You need to follow your heart. You need to follow your desires. And therefore, I think that this is more about vision with the moon. Your goal is to accomplish your vision. To achieve the Chariot, your vision. Because I think that we need... You can't just say, my goal is my vision. Well, what do you want to do with your vision? You want to move ahead with the vision with the Chariot. So that's probably more than likely going to be the goal, that you've got a vision. You're celebrating, some of you guys are your birthdays, okay? But nevertheless, you're just celebrating this week. You're happy, you're socializing, you're celebrating, you've got a lot to celebrate. The theme of the week is that you've accomplished something here with the Chariot. You're moving forward with that Chariot energy. Some of you guys might have just simply bought a car, whatever it is. But more in the main, this is about moving forward and accomplishment after difficulty. Okay, and your goal will be, well, my goal next is to accomplish this particular vision. But it might be, if this isn't you, Virgo, you've got somebody who is putting a little bit of a negative spin on that vision, showing them. And all you need to do by the end of the week, on what you could be accomplishing, is simply shutting that individual down. You're just putting those walls up around this Queen of Cups in the reverse, because you need to avoid probably certain members of the family. It doesn't say avoid arguments and things like that, Four of Wands in the reverse. It just says Four of Wands is family and people that are close to you. So maybe you need to avoid certain people within the family, Four of Wands, and you still need to, especially if somebody's kind of, putting negative energy on your dreams, you need to kind of avoid, maybe this Queen of Cups is a part of the family, but also you need to embrace that this is you. This is what you desire, and you need to follow your heart's desires. You really need to follow that, Virgo, regardless of what anybody has to say. And even if you have to kind of shut this person out with the Emperor and put those boundaries up and those walls, it's a necessary evil, because this is all about your passion and your desire and your vision that you want to accomplish. If you need support, where can you go? This is going to be a reversal. I can see it's going to be a reversal. The Hierophant in the reverse. Maybe this is somebody who did things differently and did things their own way. So it's a good card. I think if you need to get some advice, go to somebody who did things their own way. Because I think that this person pours scorn on your vision. I think this is actually a person, to be honest with you, this Queen of Cups reverse. I think this woman is pouring scorn on your vision. But it's only because she didn't achieve her own stuff. This person didn't achieve her own stuff. When she could, she didn't do it. She either listened to what other people said, adhered to other people's rules and regulations, or whatever the reason is, she didn't do what she was meant to do. And that's why this person is the obstacle. The person who is draining, the person who puts negative energy on you, the person who isn't understanding, the person who isn't empathic, the person who isn't doesn't accept the things that doesn't accept the vision of the moon energy, because you want to accomplish that vision, but there's somebody in your way that says no, you can't do it. But they only do it because they adhered to others, and look where it got them. You need to, I think, avoid maybe somebody like this within the family and follow your own dreams and your passions. And if you need support, go to somebody who did the same. Hierophant reverse. Go to the person who broke away from what other people said, who did things alternatively and did them in their own way. Let's have a quick look at what the advice is, Virgo. Universe, Spirit, what is the advice you have for Virgo this week? What is the advice that you have for Virgos this week? It tells you to wait. There's something better. That's interesting. Wait, there is something better. If you believe that you'll have success. It says, wait, there's something better if you believe that you will have success. Okay? I certainly feel that you need to go for whatever this is. I certainly feel that you need to go for whatever this is. But the universe is also saying you need to wait. I think what it's saying is, look, go for this thing, because that's how I'm interpreting this spread. It looks to me like you've got a passion, you've got a vision, and you need to go for it. That Queen of Cups in the reverse is too overly sensitive. That's your obstacle, Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who is afraid to take a risk. This is somebody who's scared of everything. And I think it's saying, wait. The advice is, the only time that you should wait, Virgo, is if you believe there's going to be something better that you will be successful in. So I think there's an if in there ahead of this. So no, there's not an if ahead of this, but it's saying, okay, so yeah, there is. The universe is saying to you, look, do this, it's great, but you should also, if you believe that there is something better, you should wait. So it's saying you should wait, but, that's the word I'm looking for, I was just trying to phrase it right. Do this, Virgo, but if you believe, I think I need to put it another way around. If you believe that there's something better, then you need to wait for success. Or you need to wait if you believe there's something better. Trying to phrase that. I just got it right the first time round. So the universe is trying to tell you, do this. However, if you think there's somebody else, I think it's this way. It's saying, do this, Virgo. But if you think there's something better, then you need to wait. Okay? If you believe that you can have more. I think I'll put the word more in, more success. Okay? That's the way I think it needs to be read. So yeah, do this, I would say. But if you do believe that there's something better, the advice from the angels is you need to wait. Okay? If you believe that you can have more success with something better. Alright? That's the advice for you. I hope you got that. I hope you got that. I'm sorry, I was getting confused about how I needed to phrase the cards to you. Because I think that you want to do that. There's a vision that you have, and I think that, you know, it's telling you that you need to follow your heart's desires, which is what the Knight of Cups is. And you need to go to someone who's made their own choices. Because Hierophants, you know, if you're under the Hierophant, you follow everything that they do and say. You don't make your own choices. But this is about making your own choices, you know, doing things your own way. And you need to go to someone who's done things their own way if you need support. Okay, because some of you guys, this person here can easily switch their head. It's like the Queen of Swords reversed. These are extraordinarily resentful individuals when they're reversed. They're terrible. And you want to move towards a vision here. You've accomplished much. Of course you have. But there's a vision that you want to accomplish here. This person stands in the way because they speak negatively. But they only speak negatively because they never had the balls to do stuff themselves. You could be accomplishing the ability to put boundaries up around this individual. Alright, maybe you need to avoid kind of any type of events. Maybe that's what it's saying. You need to avoid any type of events involving that person. And embrace that this is what you love. And you should follow your heart's desires. If you need support, go to someone who does things their own way too. Okay? But if you do believe, I think I want to do it this way, but if you believe that there's something better around the corner that can give you more success, you actually do need to wait. Okay? Sorry, finally got it. I needed to talk about the story again. I needed to say all this stuff again so that we could, you know, so that we could do the cards and get it right. Okay. Bear with me, I'm going to get on with your work reading. One moment. Virgo, let's have a look at work for you. The moon. Alright, there might be some hidden aspects. I mean, I won't lie, I know it's your birthday week, but you know, life is life. Whether it's your birthday or not, life goes on. I'm not being horrible, but that's just the way that things are. Okay, and it's really, sometimes it can get tiring for the reader when people are like, oh, but it's my birthday. It's like, well, I didn't choose these cards. The universe chose them for you. I just flipped them over. The moon can speak of secrecy and sometimes hidden enemies and just things that are hidden is the moon energy. Three of Wands. Okay, I think that you guys are focusing on a new vision. I think that you're focusing on a vision because that Three of Wands is looking into the moon. And the moon is about, it's like the last reading that we did. I think this is a vision. And I think that you guys are looking at your vision. You are focusing on your vision. Because that Three of Wands is looking into the moon. So I think that you guys are actually focusing on a vision here. In terms of work. Four of Cups energy. But I think that you're afraid to go there with the Four of Cups. I think that you're afraid to take it. I think that you're afraid to do it with that Four of Cups energy, Virgo. Okay. The Hermit energy showing up here. And that's you actually, isn't it, Virgo? Because that's your card, okay? I think that you've been examining, but if you look at where the Hermit looks, he's actually looking behind him. So whilst I do think that you've had an eye on this, I actually feel that we're going to see what's behind you. What are you looking at behind you? The Page of Wands energy. See, the Page of Wands is doing something new. It's a new creative venture. I think that you've been very focused with that Hermit energy on a creative venture. I think that you have been doing some research, perhaps, with the Hermit. I think that you've been focusing on this. You've been looking at it. You've been shining a light in at it. But I actually think with the eyes of the Hermit looking directly at that Page of Wands, I feel that you have also kind of been examining. This could be a new creative venture as well, because the Page of Wands indicates a creative venture within, but also this is study as well, but this is you, the Hermit. Hermit would usually be the guidance person, okay? It might be that you've been looking, I don't think you've been looking for guidance because you are the guider. You're the person that's guiding people. I'm wondering if you're looking to guide young people here, because the Page of Wands is somebody young and you're somebody who provides guidance. I just get the impression for some of you Virgos that you have a vision. You've been very focused on a vision, but you're not sure whether you should do it just yet. And I think that this is all about you guiding maybe somebody who's younger. So I think that this might be a life purpose. You've been very focused on your purpose in life. It might be to work with younger people or to guide other people. I'm getting the impression that you're looking at guiding the young, because this is the teacher and this is the student. So this is about you lot looking to guide perhaps people who are younger or people who need some form of support. The Wheel. So I definitely feel that this is something to do with your life purpose. This is definitely destiny, it's fate, and it's karmic with the Wheel and that moon sitting in there. Yeah, you've got the Justice energy. Justice is definitely karmic with that Wheel energy. This is definitely your life purpose. It's definitely karmic, I think, with the Justice energy sitting here. Six of Swords energy. Justice is also the fulfillment. Okay, the fulfillment of the destiny of the Wheel. The Wheel is all about destiny, and when you get justice, it's balancing that thing out. So this is almost for me like fulfilling your destiny, and you've definitely been looking towards fulfilling that destiny, showing here. This is why you're looking at your vision here. You're not sure whether you can take it yet, whether you can do it. You've been contemplating, it's right there, but you don't know whether you can do it yet. And I think that this kind of, this karmic destiny that you have, this destiny, this life purpose that you have, is to do with possibly guiding younger people or guiding, you know, the youth, or, you know, acting as a guide in terms of maybe something to do with creativity, maybe with the Page of Wands energy. And there's definitely for me almost feeling like you are on your way to fulfilling your purpose with the Wheel and the Justice energy, but you've also been looking to, yeah, just fulfill that purpose with the Wheel and the Justice energy showing here. Six of Cups. This is something that you've probably wanted to do since you were young with the Six of Cups energy. I feel that this has, you have a past connection to this particular work with the Six of Cups energy showing there. Death energy here. So the Death energy is all about change and transformation showing up here. I certainly feel that you guys are very close to a change in work, because the Hermit is close to death. He's old, remember. This is you, the Hermit, and you've got death. So you're close to a transformation, I think, here in terms of work. I actually feel that this Six of Swords and Six of Cups, 2 sixes mean that it's all about finding harmony and balance. So I think you guys are very much close to a change in terms of the work that you do, Virgo, and it's all about finding balance. I do feel that you guys want to move away from now doing things that you have done in the past, as you are looking for or looking to fulfill your destiny. I think that maybe your destiny could involve guiding the young, or guiding a student, or helping someone to understand their path moving forward. I feel that you've been very focused on a creative vision showing here, and it's very much a destiny that you've wanted to fulfill for a long time. So that's what you're focusing on this week and going into the subsequent weeks. But it's going to require you to move away from the past here. It's at an end. So the things that you've done before will have no bearing on this thing that you go in and do in the future, Virgo. Okay, but some of this could actually involve you guiding the Page of Wands showing here. Okay, you might also be shining a light on some important news stories as well, for example. So you might be spreading some news, that type of thing. Because the Hermit acts like a torch. He's an X-ray. He's looking into things. And the Page of Wands is speaking them. So this might be something to do with you examining with that Hermit energy. I don't know, aspects of life. Maybe you want to talk about that with the Page of Wands energy showing here, because this could be somebody who's a public speaker, for example. It almost feels like you need to spread the word. But I definitely feel here, Virgo, that this is all about you guys being one step away from a transformation in terms of your careers. You want to let go, move away from things that you've done in the past. You've been searching, or you've been focusing on fulfilling your destiny. Definitely looking at that vision this week. Definitely looking for it to come into play this week. I'm not seeing any action cards where you put the action, but you're definitely focusing on this vision that you have about completing your destiny, and you've definitely been looking towards doing that here. Also, it could be that you'll be focusing on your vision of completing your destiny showing up here. Could be something about travel involved with that Six of Swords and the Page of Wands energy. This could also be something to do with communication on the internet, because the Six of Swords is internet and this is communication. Hermit energies shining a light on certain things. Maybe you're shining a light on certain things like worldwide stuff, that type of thing. But there's all sorts of ways we can read the cards, but definitely focusing on your vision to fulfill your destiny. I think that there's some uncertainty for you. You're a little bit afraid here, but I feel that you are, whilst you are still kind of focusing on this, I think that you are definitely probably thinking about guiding people. Maybe you're looking to be a guide, a creative guide, or maybe guiding younger people. So it sounds like your work, or what you're focusing on, is something that's very philanthropic to me. This could also be a guide for children in other countries as well, because to me the Page of Wands is like hot countries. Could be Africa and places like that. So you might be looking to be a guide for, you know, children. The Six of Cups, Page of Wands in a hot country, for example, young children in hot countries. So it might be your destiny is to do some, you know, mercenary work and philanthropic work with young kids and stuff like that, and just looking to fulfill this vision, fulfill this destiny that you have here as well. And I think that you just know that you're one step away from that change, because I think that there's a real pull for you, Virgo, to do something of valor and to do something. You are all about the value, Virgo. And I just get the impression that this life purpose that you have is so strong that you want to leave behind. It's almost like you're putting away the two cards, moving away from the Six of Cups, so the Six of Swords and the Death card. They both represent transformation. So it's almost like you're moving away from not just the past, but also from doing things in a very kind of, not childish way, but a very kind of junior way. And what you're looking to do is now progress and move forward. Maybe you're wanting you to use some of the skills and talents that you have learned, and you're wanting to perhaps put those things out in the world, especially maybe doing things online. Six of Swords and that Page of Wands, spreading the word. Page of Wands online with the Six of Swords energy showing here. Maybe children, maybe it could be working with children who are going through difficulty with the death energy showing here. Death is not just about endings and change, it's also about, you know, depression and stuff like that. So maybe your focus is on helping children, or, you know, spreading the word. Page of Wands online could be to do with children going through difficulty, poverty, that type of thing, and you can see clearly that you have a purpose, the Wheel of Fortune, that needs to be fulfilled, and you're very focused on that vision, okay, that you are going to fulfill this destiny showing here. But the Four of Cups probably says that you're just not certain if you should take the chance right now. Some of you guys are probably a little bit nervous about taking the chance, and it could be that this is saying that you're nervous about taking the chance. And also the Moon and the Wheel, where you're uncertain, you're a little bit afraid to take that risk with the Wheel, because the Fool isn't just a risk card, but the Wheel of Fortune is also, it's taking a chance. So I just feel that there's some fears in taking a chance here. I think there's definitely a destiny that you guys are moving towards in work, but you're fearing taking that chance on doing it. Okay, I'm going to come back with your love reading. Just bear with me. Okay, this is your love reading, Virgo. So we've got the Three of Coins. Three of Coins is all about putting the hard work and effort in. Usually if I only see one person on the card for love, then this to me says somebody is trying to... But almost it's well with the Three of Coins. Remember, when you're a reader, you read intuitively. This card reminds me of trying to complete something to perfection as well with the Three of Coins. But it is the card about plans and... working towards completing a plan and finishing off the work and that type of thing. Completing a task is the Three of Coins. So this is like hard work and effort, like the Eight of Coins, very similar. The Moon energy though shows here. So again, we've got cards like Moon showing. We've got 3 times that's Moon has shown up in your general reading, in your work reading, and also in your love reading, which is interesting. So the Moon can be things that are hidden. This can also be a vision. Maybe some of you guys are working on a vision here with the Moon energy. No, I don't think it's that. The Nine of Swords, there's secrets, there's some anxiety, keeping you up at night. I think there's some secret here. It's keeping you up at night with the Nine of Swords. A lot of worry here. The Moon is almost, this is like nightmares keeping you up at night. Nightmares and the Moon and the Nine of Swords are not very nice together. Eight of Cups though, you guys leaving this behind. You guys are leaving this behind. Okay, could have been a third party as well. Threes, Three of Coins. Usually the Three of Coins, usually, I hate it when he only has one person on the card, because then I can't see the 3 people on the card. But the Three of Coins, because it's a number 3, this could be a third spoke in the wheel. Okay, so a third wheel. So it might be that there was a third wheel. Secrets, deception. Somebody was hiding a third wheel, causing worries. You guys leaving these worries behind, maybe with that Eight of Cups energy showing there. Oh my God, you've got all these cards. Okay, you're definitely walking away from the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords, aren't you? Because I do feel that some of you guys have been very worried and anxious, and with the Three of Swords energy, quite depressed. And we do have a Three of Swords, a Three of Coins, and a Moon energy. So I feel that there might have been somebody might have lied to you or covered up that there was a third party involved. I think that some of you guys have been quite depressed about it. I almost feel like this person's gone though. I don't think this person's around anymore, Virgo. I think that you guys are actually in recovery over this, because the Eight of Cups, if you look at this version of it, it just looks like this person is being reborn. It looks like they're going up to heaven. It looks like they've transformed. It's not like they've changed as an individual. It might be the Death card a little bit, this card. So I just feel that there's a transformation here. You guys are really in recovery, and you're starting to heal over what is to best intent. I mean, somebody might have been doing it might have been the lover at work, because the Three of Coins is work, and the Moon, somebody might have been hiding someone in work, for example. Might have been a workplace lover, that type of thing. A lot of anxiety around that for some of you Virgos. Heartbreak with a Three of Swords. Third party showing here. Secrecy, third party. worries, Nine of Swords, and just deciding, you know what, actually I'm just going to leave this behind. So I'm seeing you guys leaving behind a probably quite a negative situation concerning relationships. Okay, yeah, I mean, we've got the Three of Swords and the Lovers. This is a separation in a relationship, but also we've got 2 3s and the Lovers. So this could be a third party in your relationship, and you do have the Moon and the Lovers. Somebody's not being honest with you in a relationship here. I think somebody was hiding. I think they were hiding a third party in your relationship. I think there's a lot of dishonesty in a relationship. I think it caused you a lot of heartbreak and pain, Virgo. I think that this week and going on into the subsequent weeks, you guys are going to be letting this go. 8 of Cups means to let things go. Justice, but the Lovers and Justice should be a marriage. These two together can mean a marriage. So I get the impression with that Moon sitting in there, the Three of Swords and that Three of Coins, I think there might have been some cheating in a marriage here. And I think that this has really kind of destroyed some of you Virgos. But I think that you're able to let this go now. I think some of you guys are letting this go. Yeah, and the Five of Wands as well. Five of Wands can be clashes in a relationship, but also with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands, and it's Five of Wands is underscoring. So this is what this Nine of Swords is about. It's about your anxieties and your worries. This is where the worries are coming from. There are anxieties here. So it might actually be that, was this real though? That's the thing. Because it might be that you're being able to let this go. Maybe you're able to let this go. Because I think that this might have been in a marriage. Lovers and Justice is a classic marriage combination. For some of you guys, it's a marriage. For some of you guys, it's a karmic relationship. It's soulmate. It's a twin flame. Okay? Because the Lovers and Justice I often see as a karmic relationship. Like a soulmate relationship, for example. If it's not a marriage, it's a very, very close relationship. But what's underscoring your worries, I don't really see any evidence of this though. But it almost feels like the Five of Wands energy showing here is anxiety underscoring your worries. That anxiety might have been that this partner was hiding from you, that maybe there was a third party at work perhaps. Third party, Three of Swords at work with the Three of Coins. I'm getting that you thought your partner was having an affair with someone at work. But I think that you're in recovery with this. Yeah, Queen of Cups energy. Queen of Cups is all about emotionally opening up. But the Four of Swords sits here as well. That's interesting. Somebody's not speaking about their emotions, or they're withdrawing their emotions here. I don't necessarily see, I mean, the Eight of Cups can be about walking away from a relationship, but I don't think you will, my intuition doesn't tell me you're walking away from a relationship. What this kind of says to me is I don't see, I mean, all right, I'll be honest. I mean, this Queen of Cups energy here, this could be the third party with that Three of Swords. Because when you get a Queen and a Three of Swords, it's usually a third party showing up. So this person could definitely be a third party showing here. Okay, I think that this is you guys contemplating walking away. So I actually think that the third party is the Queen of Cups with that Three of Swords. Okay, this could have been a water sign, Virgo, female, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian. Possibly doesn't have to be. Third party. So let's put this into, let's organise the cards. I think for love, there has been a lot of anxiety happening here. It's underscored by your fears and your worries with the Five of Wands energy. That your partner, the Lovers and Justice, your karmic partner, your soulmate, your marriage partner here, probably having an affair within work, I think, with a third party. Some of you guys, it's either that you are contemplating walking away, potentially. I don't think you've done it yet, but it almost feels like you're contemplating walking away, or you've been thinking about with the Four of Swords walking away, or that maybe you're recovering from this. Maybe there's healing, because Eight of Cups and the and the Four of Swords can just represent just to let something go. So I think that some of you guys have really gone through a dark night of the soul, Virgo, on love. We'll do this one more time because you've been really worried. But sometimes the Nine of Swords means you've got nothing to worry about. It's all underscored by your worries and your your emotional blockages and your fears with that Five of Wands, underscoring the worries of the Nine of Wands. But also it could, Nine of Swords, but also it could simply be that you and the partner are clashing, which is why you've got worries. So some of you guys, it might be that you're clashing Five of Wands with your partner, which is why, so you're clashing Five of Wands with your partner, your husband, your wife, lovers and justice. There might be clashes with husband, wife, your soulmate, lovers and justice, which are underscoring, they're underpinning why you are worrying. And some of you guys might be worrying that this partner that you are clashing with is hiding moon energy, having a clandestine affair, moon and lovers, with the Queen of Cups, a third party here, possibly within work. Some of you guys might be contemplating walking away, or some of you guys are just deciding to let the situation go. One of the two. Let's have it, but you know, I think it will be because you and the partner clash quite a bit, that your thoughts are, but why does it show up as, I guess it had to show as any queen, didn't it? But I would have thought that there wouldn't have been a queen there. It would have just shown maybe somebody around, because you wouldn't have known who it was. But maybe you do know who it is, but you're worried that this person's having an affair, I think, because the moon and the lovers is a clandestine affair. You know, this is like seeing someone underneath the partner's nose. And you've got the Three of Swords and another individual, Virgo, that is not you. And there's worries here around that energy showing that could be within work. Let's have a look. So any other spiritual advice you have for Virgo this week, 1st to the 7th of September? Any other spiritual advice? Visualize abundance in all forms. That's your work and money advice. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. And that actually came up in your work reading, didn't it? That you were kind of visualizing Three of Wands into that moon, focusing on your visions for the future. So that's a nice message. Any other advice? Doesn't necessarily have to be about this reading, universe, but any other advice you have for Virgo for love? Any other advice for Virgo for love in one card? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay. But you need to be playful. But to recapture romance, you need to allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay. And finally, 3 cards, please, universe, through the Answer the Deck cards. What other advice do you have for Virgo this week? What other advice do you have for Virgo this week? Right, there's a mistake that's been made. There's a mistake that's been made, I think, with money, wealth. You're gaining wealth gain. I don't know, but I think that there's a mistake that's going to be made in terms of how you get some money. So maybe if you see like $1 million or something like that, or pounds in your bank account, it's not meant to be there. But there might be a mistake that's made in terms of how you gain some money this week. All right, that's your reading, guys. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.